Welcome to my science lesson presentation, and this one is on making work easier, standard 11 work, and today we are going to discuss on friction, so stay tuned. Force is a pull or a push on an object, and we see different types of force like frictional force, gravitational force, and we are going to dwell on the effects of frictional force. What is frictional force? Frictional force is the force that resists sliding of an object. As we can see in the following diagrams, we see an external force acting on the block which was stationary, and the block is being pushed. As well, we can see the other image on the right hand, the pulling of that table. The pulling also causes what is called friction. Friction is therefore defined as the force that opposes the movement of one surface of another. Investigating the force of friction. Observations made: when you rub your hands, they don't slide over each other with ease due to force of friction that tries to oppose the movement. 2. When you rub two rough surfaces against each other, like stones, heat is produced due to frictions. 3. When friction between two surfaces is not overcome, it stops the movement of the surfaces and produces heat. Application of friction. The following are the surfaces that are made rough for the efficiency in work. Number 1. Sandpaper for smoothing woods. 2. Soles of shoes. 3. The file for sharpening pangas or knives. 4. Patterns or the threads in car tires. Advantages of friction. The following are the usefulness of friction. Number 1. Walking. Force of friction acting between the feet and the ground enables one to walk. If there were no frictional force, it would be impossible to walk. Two, lighting matches. In lighting a match, it is friction that makes production of heat possible. 3. Writing on the board. It is the force of friction that acts between the chalk and the board that enables one to write. 4. Rubbing or erasing. The force of friction acting between the paper and the rubber enables one to erase. 5. Skating. The force between the roller skates and the tarmac enables one to skate. Watch the video. Six, vehicles moving on tarmac. The treads in a vehicle give the tire a rough surface that makes movement possible. The friction between the tire and the road allows easy movement of the vehicle. The surfaces of tarmac roads are left rough so that vehicles can move on them without sliding. The roughness gives the wheels better grip on the road. 7. Braking. When brakes of vehicles and bicycles are applied, the brake pads press hard on the wheels and produce friction. Watch the video. Disadvantages of friction. The main disadvantage of friction is that it causes wearing out of objects. So 1. Friction causes wearing of objects in the following ways. Car tires, bicycle tires and soles of shoes wear out because of friction between them and the ground. 2. The collars of shirts and blouses wear out because of friction between them and the body and also during washing. 3. Rubbers, pencils and pieces of chalk wear out as a result of friction. 4. Parts of machines and engines wear out due to friction. So number 2, we see that friction makes work difficult. When you push or pull a heavy object on a rough ground, friction makes it difficult. Friction produces unwanted heat as engines rotate in vehicles and other machines. The metal parts rub together and produce friction. This leads to production of heat, and that's why water is added to cool the engines. Reducing friction. Ways of reducing friction. 1. Using rollers. Small balls or rollers can be placed between two rubbing surfaces to reduce friction. These rollers are called ball bearings or roller bearings. And from the video we are about to see, we are going to see how ball bearings are used in the hub of a tire to help the wheel rotate smoothly. Two, smoothing or polishing surfaces. Polishing rough surfaces to make them smooth reduces the force of friction acting between the surfaces. Three, using lubricants. Applying a liquid or a jelly-like substance between surfaces, rubbing against each other reduces friction. Such a liquid or a jelly is called a lubricant. Engine oil and grease are examples of lubricants. By applying the lubricant to the moving parts of a vehicle, bicycle, machines and on hinges of doors, reduces friction. Lubricants form a coat or a thin film over the surface, thus preventing the surfaces from coming into complete contact. It also prevents surfaces from being worn out because of friction. 4. Streamlining. Streamlining is giving an object a smooth spatial shape so that it can move quickly, smoothly and easily through air, water or any other gas or liquid. Solid surfaces that move through air and water can be streamlined to reduce friction. Saloon cars are streamlined, hence moves quickly and easily than buses. Nature has provided fish and birds with streamlined bodies so that they can easily move through water and air, and as we can see, aeroplanes are also streamlined so that they can move easily and smoothly in air. The following videos shows how streamlined bodies are used in movement. Keep watching. Increasing friction. We've learned that frictional force is produced when two surfaces rub against each other. Friction can be increased by making surfaces rough. For example, during rainy seasons, the ground is wet and slippery. Therefore, the following should be done to increase friction. Number 1, wear shoes with treads. This one will increase the contact between your shoes, either gumboots, to the ground. 2. Spread some coarse materials on the slippery ground like sand, marram or sawdust. This also will increase the contact between the foot or the shoes and the ground. 3. A vehicle with worn tires skids. To avoid skidding, use tires with treads to increase friction. So you can watch the video, and thank you for listening to the lesson. Thanks for watching, and help your kid learn. You can share for more people to get it. So science is all about how we organize our curiosity. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel at KURA Productions, so you can also follow the given contacts in case you have any issue. Thank you and thank you.